Sri Gurubhyo Namaha children, welcome to our online teaching academy Ekalaiva. During last class we have studied about the Pascal law. No, this is the continuation of those topics Pascal law. What is Pascal law? Which means an external force is applied in the liquid. What will happen? That particular force is equally transmitted to all the direction of the container, isn't it? Based on that, many machines are working under the principle of Pascal's law. So one we are going to see is hydraulic press. Okay, this is also working under the principle of Pascal's law. So hydraulic press is it is consist of two cylinders. Okay, this is consist of two cylinders. One which is very small in size, it is represented by small a. This is one in small cross sectional area. The another one which is bigger in size, this is the large cross sectional area. Okay, small cross sectional area, and this is capital A, which represent it is the large cross sectional area. Okay, now so this is how it consists of. It consists of two cylinders. One is in small cross sectional area and the other cylinder is which is bigger in size. It is represented by a capital letter A. It is large cross sectional area. By using a piston, in both the cylinders piston have been fixed according to the size of an cylinder. One again the cylinders depends on the area, the piston is very small in size. Depend on this area, the piston is bigger in size in the large cross sectional area. The object which is going to lift that has been placed in the large cross sectional area. So this is, so by using this piston I am going to apply a force that can considered by F1. Okay, so now what is according to Pascal law? When we give an external pressure, that pressure is equally transmitting, which means when I am giving a force over here, so by using a piston, when I am compressing it, what will happen? The pressure will goes into this liquid, that equally transmitting over to this side also. So here what is the force we can consider? You can consider this is F2. Okay, so the force which is applying over here, the pressure which is applying over here, it is equally transmitting to the cylinder over this side. So how do we can measure? Actually, when both the sides pressure are equal means whether it is possible to lift up? Definitely not. It should be greater than the F1. Then only this object can lift by this cylinder, isn't it? So how do we can measure what is the force that have been taken place over here in F2? So we can measure by according to the Pascal's law. So here the pressure which is given over here is P1, that is equal to the P2, isn't it? So here what is the pressure, amount of pressure have been given here, the same amount of pressure is transmitted to this cylinder also. So P1 equal to P2. So first find, we know formula of a pressure is F, formula of a pressure is P equal to F by A. So with that we just make note it, P1 F1 by A1. Okay, so here is the P1 F1 given a force, so we can take an over here is P1 into A1, that is equal to same force. P2 is F2 equal to A2. Okay, so P equal to F by A is the pressure formula. With the help of this we found what is P1 and what is P2 I have mentioned over here. So to get the separation of this F2, just multiply both the side by A2. So how will it become? A2 into F1 by A1, it will equal to F2 by A2 into A2. So what will happen? Just strike out this, remove this. So you will get F2 equal to A2 by A1 into F1. So we got what is the amount of F2? I will repeat one more time children. So listen here, the force which is applied F1, that is equally transmitted to here, which means both the sides the force and pressure are equal. So P1 equal to P2. So we know what is the pressure formula is force by area. So that has been mentioned over here. So there are two cylinders, two force, two pressures. No. So F1 by A1 equal to Now we got F2. What is the value of amount of F2 force have been applied along with the area and F1 F found. Okay, I just repeat you. So both the size pressures are equal. So have been taken P1 equal to P2. So pressure formula is F by A. So that though the two cylinders we have taken F1 by A1 for this here, for the second cylinder F2 by A2. Okay, so according to this we have found. Now we need to separate it because F1 force is applied by us. So we need to find what is F2. To find this, both the sides just multiply by A2. So what will happen? We can cancel out this A2. So we can finally derive what is the F2, which means A2 by A1 into F1. Okay, now we need to find what is A2 by A1. A2 by A1 means the area, no. So pi R, there are, it is 2, so R2 square by pi R1 square. So if you see these two cylinders, the thickness between these, this thickness can taken 5 times, it is greater. Okay, and this thickness is can take by 1 time. So with this we can find what is the area. Okay, so these both in our numerator denominator you can cancel the pi. Okay, so which will be remaining R. Okay, what is the R value? We have taken 5 square by 1 square. So what will be remaining? A2 by A1 equal to 5 square is 25 by 1, which means 25 times. Okay, so A2 by A1 if you apply over here. So what is the A2 by A1 value? 25. So F2 equal to 25 into 1. So 25 times the pressure is greater than F1. So F1 is smaller than F2 due to this force. So F2 force is greater than F1. That's why this hydraulic force can also known by the name of force multiplier. So we can call with the other name force multiplier. You understand this clearly, children? Okay, thank you. We'll see you on the next video. To receive our online lesson, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you.